to do this video for a while. It's how to sell and buy luxury on eBay. If you've never joined me before, my name is Jennifer and I absolutely love collecting designer luxury handbags. I upload about 1 to 2 videos a week. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I appreciate it. After we cover the 5 steps to sell your luxury item on eBay, we will cover the 5 steps to buy an item on eBay so you get your best deal and the bag of your dreams. So step number 1. Is it worth selling her? Let's say you have maybe a bag that's not in the best of shape and you're not sure, looking at the other competitors and what their auction price is or their buying price is. Will yours really be worth selling? Just to remember, eBay will require a 15% payback to them for all the advertising costs. So if you think that your bag is going to not sell for as much as you need, you might not want to sell her. Because every bag has a sentimental value to me, and if the sentimental value is worth more than the amount I'm going to get, I will keep the bag. So that leads me into the second point. Look at your competitors. I would look on eBay and just look at your competitors before you list the buy it now price or your auction start price, or if you're doing it as a fixed price. You do want to see what else is out there. I would just type in, as if I was buying a Speedy Bandolier 30. Speedy Bandolier 30. And then I would find out what the going price or auction is. And I would kind of try to be competitive. So if you think your bag is in better shape than some of the other ones, then go just a little bit lower, but not too low. But that way people gravitate to yours and say, hey, that's a great bag. That's a lot better than the one that was in worse shape than yours. So see? Third thing you want to do is take lots and lots of pictures. And I'm talking great pictures. I mean, now with the iPhones and the Androids, you can take wonderful pictures. Take as many as you can. It's just like with me with dating. If a guy is very forthcoming with his whole life, has told me everything, and you're sitting at dinner, real easy conversation, he doesn't seem to be hiding anything, that's a good man. Same with the seller. Be forthcoming, show everything. One of my favorite sellers, Jolie-coquette, she will actually take pictures of any defects to be forthcoming, and then she'll edit them and circle and point to them with an arrow, describing what in the description she's talking about. So if I were to sell my beautiful Speedy Bandolier 30, I would want to show the brass tarnishing. So take a close-up picture of just the brass tarnishing. But again, you want to start with good pictures to grab their attention. So start with the most flattering picture of your bag. The best time to do it is in the daylight. Sunlight does great wonders to show the sheen and the patina and the gorgeous richness of any bag. So take them in the best place in your house with the great sunlight and take a whole picture of the bag without anything in the background. Nobody wants to see your 2 dog bowls and then the cat's tail in the background waving, because they're thinking, well, there's probably cat hair somewhere in here or dog hair everywhere or dog spit. Watch what's in the background. Like, you don't want a toilet bowl in the background, not realizing that it's behind the bag. Just make it as clean as possible in the background. You can do it anywhere. Just look behind the bag where you're taking the picture so you don't have anything that would distract from the seller. You want to show the best foot forward. So you would take a whole picture, good background, and then, of course, just like you're buying the bag, you want to look at the back. So take a picture of the back. Take a picture of the sides. Take a picture of the sides. Take a picture of the base. People love to look at corner wear, so I always take pictures of the corner wear. And see, right now I'm showing the seller that I'm not hiding anything. In the inside, you want to take a good picture of the inside. Make sure they see. If there is a stain in there, take a picture of it, circle it, so they know, okay, that's the stain she was talking about, it's not too bad. Or there's a sticky spot or unknown substance spot. Like, be really forthcoming. If you can, get a real good picture of these date codes. Date codes are really, really important in luxury items. People really want to see the date code. If you have a date code, and even better yet, a sales receipt, take a picture of that, take a picture of the box with the first picture. People love that it comes with the original box and the original dust bag. So I always display it with the bag, the whole picture, a good background, and I put the bag on the original dust bag with the box. So they kind of see the whole thing. Then my next picture is kind of like the bag, the size. And then as you draw the person in, then like in the 6th or 7th picture, I'll actually include a picture of the sales receipt. Make sure you black out your name. Like, you don't have to do it permanently on your receipt. If you want to, you can. But just on your edit function on your photo, just black it out with the marker they provide. Any personal information you want to black out. And I've noticed some people on eBay will black out some of the pictures of serial codes for their Chanel bags. I think it's so that they prevent other people from replicating that serial number. And you can do that too. Like, just make sure that they can kind of see some of the serial numbers so they know the serial number for your Chanel matches a serial sticker on the inside. And you want to show anything that if you were the buyer you wanted to see. That includes any kind of marks on the handles, any kind of patina or wear, and that tells the possible seller that you are willing to show the real condition of the bag, and they'll be a happier customer as well. Fourth thing is that you will be asked to write a description of the bag. Any specifics. I always start off with positives. So I'll say, excellent condition, used on only good weather days, elevates every look, I get compliments every time I wear her. Then I dive into things that people want to hear, like I prefer made in France, so I will say made in France right away so it catches their attention. And then I'll also say lightweight, comfortable to hold in the hand, on the crook of my arm or on my shoulder, so they know that you love the bag. I always included reason why I'm selling, because that's my question always, is why is the seller wanting to sell such a great bag? Mine is always that I'm trying to fund my next handbag. Also tell them that it includes the sales receipt, the original dust bag, the original box, SD card, and authenticity sticker if we're dealing with the Chanel, so that they know that it comes completely. The thing is, the final thing when selling is be careful. A seller will have their seller name and then in parentheses a number. Be very careful if the seller that's highest on your bidding is a 0 or a very low number. I don't know who these people are, but I've ran into this where they will buy your bag, and mine was a Coach backpack. It was a Coach backpack several years ago. And the minute it sold for like $425. I was super happy about it. And they canceled right away. And so it destroyed 7 days of hard work answering questions from all these other sellers that wanted. Look at the seller, look at the buyer. If the buyer has a 0 rating and it's sold to that person, go ahead and just cancel the sale, and you can put incorrect mailing address, and then do it right away, because you've only got a few minutes to cancel that sale. So the minute it says that, seller, your item has sold, look at the rating. If it's a 0 or a very low number, just cancel it. If they paid by PayPal, you're good to go. That means they've paid, but usually the ones that have 0 ratings will not pay right away on PayPal. If you wait too long, you have to give them 48 hours to pay. That's 48 hours you're waiting to start another whole 7 days of an auction. Let's start being the buyer, and we'll have some fun looking for a bag. So these are 5 ways to find your perfect luxury bag on eBay. Number 1, look for a bag that's listed that has tons of pictures. You want to see as many pictures as you can, because that means the seller is not hiding anything. Second thing, details, details, details. You want a seller that's forthcoming with all the details. Like, I don't like to buy things that have, like, it's from maybe a vintage place that they have like so many bags that they have already the standard thing about dimensions, condition excellent, or number 1 through 3, what condition. I love buying from someone like myself who's sitting at home actually spending the time to write a description like, I used her, I bought her from the mall in Atlanta, Georgia, from the original boutique. Used her for a couple times for business trips, or used her just once for a fundraiser and never used her again. The more the person talks in their description, the more likely it's real and not fake handbag, as well as a very good seller. Third point is that a seller should be really nice and really forthcoming with their answers to all your questions. You should not get any guilt trips like, don't ask me because I only sell authentic. They should be answering all of your questions. If they don't, that's a warning sign to me. I usually don't go for it any further. I thank them nicely and I don't bid and I don't buy their stuff. They should also be really forthcoming with where they bought it. I remember wanting a Chanel, and it was before I knew what an authentic Chanel was, and I trusted my gut because I asked her, where exactly did you find this Chanel? She said Paris, and she didn't say the flagship store in Paris. The more evasive they are, I'm really, really careful because you're investing a lot of money in these bags, even if you're getting a good deal. A really important thing to look for, number 4, find out where the bag is coming from. If it is coming, I live in the United States, if it's coming from outside the United States, be so aware that anything that is worth more than 2,500 US dollars will have an import tax. And how I found this out was I bought a Chanel mini square in caviar, black with silver hardware. So gorgeous. I bought her from Sloane Boutique, which is a great boutique in UK. Had no idea. I didn't look where the bag was. I just fell in love with it on eBay, followed all 3 of my first steps. I bought it and it got stuck in customs somewhere where they will not release that bag out of US customs. It'll stay in that airport for 7 days until you decide to pay an import tax of, I think I had to pay $250, which that was about 2 years ago. I was so scared because the customs agents, they called me and said, we need your social security number and a payment to release a package from the UK. And I thought, what in the world? I'm not going to give my social security number to somebody over the phone. So I said, can you send me an email of some sort so I know you're really official? They sent it to me. I still didn't believe them. Sloane Square Boutique, Joanna Cesars, is amazing. She actually called US Customs to confirm that that was them that was calling me and sending me the email. And then she messaged me through Facebook and said, it's really for real. You really have to pay this $250 import tax because the item is more than 2,500 US dollars. Never before have I been so scared to talk to someone on the phone and give them my personal social security number. So just to avoid that, I don't buy any luxury overseas anymore because it makes me too nervous to give my social security number over the phone to anybody. But if you're fine with that, then you can buy our bags from anywhere in the world. The last and final thing, number 5, is if you're like me, when I buy a bag, I want to use it like yesterday. So I'm always tracking the bag, like, has it been shipped yet? Where is it? Till it can get to me. Well, if you're in a big hurry to get your bag, watch out what day you're ordering it from. Because if you're ordering your bag and you buy it and it's like on a Saturday and like the auction ends at night, your seller is not going to be able to go to the USPS or UPS store or FedEx till Monday. So that's 1 day of waiting. And watch out for 3-day weekends. Because one time I bought this gorgeous bag and I was so excited. It was a state holiday or some kind of holiday. I think I bought the bag Friday, and then because everything was closed for the 3-day weekend, the seller wasn't able to ship it till Tuesday, so I waited so long. I'm hoping that these 5 tips on selling your luxury designer handbag on eBay and the 5 tips to buy a luxury designer handbag on eBay has helped.